All right, we're recording. Welcome, guys. Wonderful to have Amber with us today. Haven't had Amber on one of our calls yet, so she's already asked a heap of questions. What are we doing here? And I said I don't know. So, no, look, guys, we'll get down to business. Thank you again for everyone's questions. Scotty, big thank you to you. We will go through that later in today's session. Today's agenda. Obviously, we've welcomed Amber to the PLC team, which is fantastic. I want to go through two really important things today before I answer Scotty's question around client retention and what is best to retain clients. I want to go through time management. So for those of you that took the opportunity in the last week to catch up with me one-on-one, time management was a really big sticking point with a lot of you. So I'm going to go through three really simple tips that are going to help you to manage your time better moving forward. And then I want to get to irresistible offers. Now, irresistible offers are probably one of the hottest things on the Facebook market at the moment. You'll notice that there's a lot of different courses, programs. Even if you're doing your market research on other businesses, a lot of different businesses using this, some to good effect, some to great effect, some to no effect. Again, it depends how it's done. And as you can probably tell, there's going to be a real theme behind results on this one. All right, everyone can hear me, which is cool. Let's get cracking on time management. So many of you in the last week have come to me and said, I feel like there's not enough hours in the day. I don't feel like I'm productive. I feel like I'm scrolling Facebook all day and getting nowhere, and my to-do list is getting longer and longer and longer. First things first, I'm wrapped that you have a to-do list. That's great, but let's go through the three most important, most effective, and most efficient ways to manage your time. Now, a lot of people think that time management is a waste of time. And I don't necessarily agree with that, because as much as we're doing what we love, there are ways that we can prioritize, and there are some specific ways that you can prioritize what you do and don't do in your day. I think it's important to understand the difference between those things. So let's start going through those now. Time management tip number one, as everyone's got their notepads and pens ready, time management tip number one is that time blocking works. There are three elements to your time each and every week. I was going to say day then, but each and every week. Time in your business, time on your business, and time out of your business. Now, each element of time is as important as the others. Your time out of your business, as Mick's been to Sydney over the last week and she's found as well, your time out of your business is just as important as your time in or on the business. Your time on the business is as incredibly important as the other two. The key here is to know where you want to spend your time, particularly working in the business. So how do we use time blocking? Well, guys, are any of you using something like a Google Calendar or a calendar on your phone or even a diary? Yep. Awesome. Okay. So first things first, guys, what I want you to start with is start with the time during the week and each day that you want to spend in your studio working with people, whether it's in a session or whether it's for a consult or an appraisal or a body scan, whatever it may be. Start with the time that you want to be in the studio working face-to-face with people. Now, the good news is that I have a really cool little module that I'm going to send through. I have an example of a Google Calendar that I've actually used as a PT. You'll be able to see in the module exactly how that looks, and you'll be able to create your own. But start with the time that you want to spend in the business. Now, guys, generally speaking, most people are available before 9 and after 5. I would anticipate that a lot of your time in the studio is going to be in those times. For those of you doing mums and bubs, obviously a little bit later in the morning. For those of you that are working with shift workers and tradies, your day might start even earlier than say 6. It might be a 4:30, 5 o'clock start. So time blocking works. Start within the business. Then we go to your time on the business. And what we do with our time on the business, this is our time to grow the business. And if you do not allocate time to work on your business will flounder, because if it's not growing, it's dying. So time on the business is really important. We're going to go through some of the tasks that we want to accomplish when we're working on our business. These primarily primarily are centered around growth tasks. So we want to prioritize tasks that are going to grow our business. Things like following up leads, jumping on the phone, following up clients, things like setting up new Facebook ads. They're the things that are going to grow your business initially. Then we've got other things, and then you've got your other marketing posts and things like that. There are things like your financials and bookwork and things like that as well. But working on the business means looking at those growth tasks first and foremost. Your time out of the business. Now, I know guys have been running boot camps on a Sunday morning, which is great. I would say for most of you after that your Sunday is free time. Great, spend it, enjoy it, relax. I call Sunday my creation and innovation time because I'm generally with the kids. We're watching Paw Patrol. Nowhere near enough sport for me, but that's okay. We're watching Paw Patrol or Transformers or Looney Tunes cartoons, things like that. Zone out, tune out, relax, enjoy your time with your friends, family, partners, whatever. What you'll find is, as I found, is that time out of your business, because you're not thinking, and you're just being present and being around your friends, you'll find that you'll have some of your greatest business ideas when you're actually not thinking about business. So that time is really important. And just on time out of your business, time for breaks and holidays is really important too, guys. Really important. Whether it's a long weekend, whether it's a week away, a week or two away, whatever it may be, that's scheduled every 12 to 16 weeks is really important. Okay. So time management tip number 1, time blocking works. Time in, on, and out of your business. Time management tip number 2, have an action list that is prioritized. How do you prioritize your action list? Really simple. The tasks that are going to help you to grow your business, you do first. So Sarah's got about 450 leads to follow up for her new PT program that she's launching. I'm going to say that's probably the first thing she needs to do this week is to connect with those people. And Sarah, I'm going to go through that follow-up process here. So guys, if you're watching the recording, here's your real note-taking stage right now. There's loads of leads, loads of people that have been tagged, commented, shared, what have you. What ideally we want to do here is to make contact with those people. So shoot them a Facebook message. Now, general rule of thumb here is that I want to take my conversation with someone from a message to a phone call within no more than 5 messages. No more than 5. And message 4 and 5 is generally, can I grab your best contact number and look forward to chatting with you then. Take that conversation from typing to speaking as quickly as you can for 2 reasons. A, time. But B, you want to have a conversation with that person because the program may or may not be the right thing for them. You don't know unless you actually sit and have a conversation with them. And the best way to get a gauge is to do just that, to book a time and have a chat over the phone. Once you've done that, then obviously we want to book them in for something face-to-face, our face-to-face consult, and off you go. Okay? Really cool step here. Sarah, here's what you're going to ask in your conversations. And this is what I call a pre-qualification call. Okay? Question number 1, where are they now? So, hey, how you going? How's your day been? What are you up to? Etc. Okay, you can use your art of connection stuff here too. I think that's great. Question number 2, where do they want to go? So what are their goals? Question number 3, what's stopping them? So why haven't they achieved their goal yet? Okay. Question number 4, how can you help? So this is the question that you answer for them. Now, ideally here, for those of you that have launched PT programs and are starting to set those up and roll them out, ideally here, what you want to do is sit them down face-to-face, have a consultation and sign them up. That's the goal. Okay. So from Facebook, tag or friend request to message to phone call to consult to new client. Yeah? That makes sense? Thumbs up? Yep. Cool. Awesome. Okay. Guys, if you have any questions on that, watching the recording, shoot me a message. More than happy to help you out. That pre-qualification call process saves you from a lot of people that I call WOFTs, waste of effing timers. You want to use that process. Really important process, because then what it does, it actually keeps your time in the business high quality, and it keeps your consultation process and obviously the people that you're getting in front of far more quality than people that are going to come in and waste your time. Okay, so Sarah's going to start working on her business by prioritizing, following all of those people up. Okay, so we prioritize our tasks based on tasks that are going to help us grow our business. Our follow-ups, our phone calls, our messages are generally the biggest three. Then I want to look at things like tracking my business, my finances, look at my marketing, my posting, where am I at this week, my content creation, etc. Okay. Now, once you set your action list, here's another really cool note, guys. Once you write everything down, now generally most people can write down 10 things per day. I'm going to give you the 3 Ds that help you to prioritize your list even further than what you think you may be able to do. And those 3 Ds are delete, delegate, and do. Delete, delegate, do. First D, delete. If something can be done tomorrow that doesn't absolutely urgently need to be done today, do it tomorrow. Delegate. If someone else can help you to do something, delegate it. Things like designing a new flyer or some sort of graphic design, things like that, or putting a video together and doing that professionally, guys, give it to the pros, hand it over. You don't need to spend 3 hours of your time that you, rather than spending that on following people up, you spend on doing a flyer and you're still not happy with what you've got. Okay, so this is where that outweighs growth over the flyer creation. The last one, of course, is do. Now, by the time you delete and delegate, I would say there's probably 3 to 4 things per day that you absolutely have to get done. Who can get 3 things done every day? Makes life a bit easier. Okay, so delete, delegate, do, prioritize by growth task. Okay, last one. Sorry, girls, but I hate to say it. Multitasking is the most overrated skill in the world. Doesn't work. It doesn't work for this reason. If you're doing 3 things at once and your focus is 100%, how much of your focus is each task getting? It's getting about 33% if you're trying to do 3 things at once, isn't it? So my advice to you is this: do 1 thing at a time. And if that means switch off Facebook, turn your phone over, get away from technology, whatever it is that you have to do, get that 1 thing done. And this is where it gets even more important. That prioritized action list, you guys will start to go, you'll start to go to bed at night knowing that you've completed, because you prioritize and done what you've done with your to-do list. Even if you get the most important thing done today that you need to do, you'll be able to put your head on the pillow each night and go, yep, tick the box, at least I got that done. So Sarah's got 450 phone calls to make. If that's the only thing she gets done today, good luck with that, by the way. But if Sarah makes those phone calls today and gets people booked in, tick the box. That's the most important thing I had to get done today. Okay, but guys, do 1 thing at a time. I used to be someone that would make a coffee, make lunch, whatever it may be, eat my lunch while I'm typing an email, and all that happened was that the computer ended up eating my lunch. It doesn't work. Even your lunch break. Allocate time, put your phones away, put your laptops down for however long, 15 minutes, go outside, go somewhere new, get some vitamin D, and enjoy lunch, enjoy your break. Okay? Guys, that's time management in a nutshell. Does anyone have any questions for me? Does it all make sense? Is it really easy to put into practice? Yeah. Start with the first, obviously, start with the first one. Oh, Nick's back.
I was here the whole time. I just didn't have my video on because I was driving.
Oh, Nick's back. Cool. Does anyone have any questions for me? Nick's still driving. That's cool. All right, cool. Tick the box. And Sarah, you've even got your little follow-up process in there now as well, which is great for all those leads. Cool. Amber, that process you wrote down, you'll be able to do the same thing with this that I'm going to go into now, which is your irresistible offer. Now, I know some of you did see the video I did in the Inner Sanctum on this, but because we had so many requests and so much feedback on it and so many people tagged their PTs and whatnot in there, I thought, you know what, let's cover it again. So, irresistible offers. Actually, let's bring people off mute. Irresistible offers, crew, what do you think they are?
3 PTs for $3.
That's irresistible. Wow. Cool. That may go beyond irresistible, but that's a start. I think your 3 sessions is worth more than $3, though.
30-minute sessions. 3 30-minute sessions for $3.
Oh, geez.
How irresistible, though.
Well, yeah. But then how do you bring someone up from $3 from $1 a session to $55 a session?
Because I'll just be that good that they'll want more. Yeah.
Look, I have no doubt you will be, but it's still a big jump. But you're on the right track. Okay, so irresistible offers have really taken the place of, now, again, I don't want to use this to talk out of school. This is an option more from a PT perspective. Okay, and again, purely here to grow you guys as PT. This is really in lieu or in place of free trial passes that used to be given out for free PT sessions. Now, guys, here's the thing. I'm still a fan of free trial passes. I'm still a fan of free PTs, but I personally, and again, this is personal preference and experience from what I'm seeing in the industry at the moment, personal preference is that those trials and free sessions are given out to or given out by members of your business already. So they're done as a way of referral as opposed to something that you market for free. Okay? Again, that's just my personal preference, personal belief in terms of what's working at the moment. And for these reasons, the market's really saturated with free stuff at the moment, isn't it? There's lots of free stuff. There's free this and free that, free session, free trial, 2 weeks free, free this when you buy that. There's a lot of free stuff out there. And what happens, and I go back to my wafts from before, what happens is we find that a lot of people bounce from deal to deal just for the free stuff, and they don't really commit. What we find is that the quality of the prospect or the quality of the lead coming through isn't necessarily that of one that we end up signing into our business as a client or a member. Okay, so what the irresistible offer does is a couple of things. One, yes, it is irresistible. It feels like people are getting an incredible deal, number one. Okay, 2, people invest in this offer. So it's not a freebie. Most commonly and most typically, it's anywhere from 30 days for anywhere between $57 and $97. Now, don't ask me what it is about 9s and 7s, but they work when it comes to pricing. 3, because the offer runs for 30 days, for me, people get a better representation of your business, and it also gives them an opportunity to achieve the most important retention tool that you can ever give someone, and that is a result. Because in 30 days, I think people are going to be far more susceptible to potentially dropping a dress size, losing a few centimeters, sleeping better, feeling fitter, feeling better about themselves than they are off the back of 1 or 2 sessions which they might get out of a free trial pass. Does that make sense with to everyone? Yep. So this is why they're so hot at the moment. And ultimately what happens with an irresistible offer is this. People invest let's say they're $97. They invest their $97, and because they've invested, they are far more committed, which means they show up far more often. They go, now hang on a second, I've paid my $97, I want to get everything out of this that I can. So at the end of 30 days, one of 2 things happen. Either A, they achieve a great result and say, hey Amber, where do I sign up? I want to keep going. Or B, they say, hey Sarah, look, thanks but no thanks. And that's okay. but at least you know where you stand, and at least you know from the offer's perspective that these people have invested, that they've given it their all, and at the end of the day, it's just not for them, and that's okay. We don't have to be for everyone. That's why we have our niche, and that's why we share our message in our way, and we're unique, and again, all of those wonderful things we've gone through in the last few weeks from a culture perspective as well. Okay, so that's the irresistible offer. Now, most important thing with the irresistible offer, I love to market an outcome or a result with our irresistible offer than say 30 days for $97, or $3 for 3 days, or $7 for 7 days. I prefer to market a result because at the end of the day, that's what the market wants. People want results. So we've had a couple of great ones that our clients have done in recent times. Things like drop address size, things like exhausted to energize, things like the Mummy Mojo project, things like bringing sexy mama back, things like the Dad Bod project. All great outcomes that mums, dads, young women, the bikini body challenge, bikini body blitz, things like that. All results that people's particular markets have wanted to achieve. So for those of you out there and again, I'm talking purely from a PT perspective here. For those of you out there at the moment, what's your niche and what do they want? And what would be something that would entice them? What is a result that they would quite possibly and quite probably achieve in 30 days with you? And then how can we package this up as an irresistible offer? Okay, let's use drop address size as an example. Okay, drop address size. Now, drop address size, I think, might be slightly older market than a bikini body blitz. So let's go slightly older market. Now, from a PT perspective, you can do this in a couple of ways. You can do 4 one-on-one sessions with them, so 1 per week over the 4 weeks, or you might do a semi-private session per week for the 4 weeks. Okay, and then my question to everyone is, how else can you help them achieve their results? So we want to include things like accountability and support, ways and measures. You guys have got your scans in there, which is great. I love to do some goal setting with them. I love to test their fitness, because if the scales don't necessarily change, but the tape measure changes, or on the scan their weight doesn't change, but their body composition changes, and they've gotten fitter and faster and stronger, there's more progress and there is more substance for you to show that what you've done in the last 30 days has absolutely worked for them. So the more that you can prove that, the better when it comes to the end of 30 days and you then want to upsell them onto your longer term 12, 16-week program. Okay, so we're looking at things like support, accountability, guidance, nutritional guidance, ways, measures, photos, testing. Now, really cool one here. We talked about referral programs a couple of weeks ago. Why not throw a couple of gift vouchers, or why not pop a couple of trial passes into your offer as well? That as people sign up, hey, here you go. Here's a couple of trial passes, free PT sessions for friends and family members. And then, of course, with our offer, our goal is to make sure we do everything in our powers, and that's where then our client care system comes into place and comes into practice. We then want to make sure that over those 30 days that our clients achieve what we set out with them to achieve, whether it's dropping the dress size, whether it's that bikini body blitz, whatever it may be. Some are calling it a 30-day kickstart. That works too. Kickstarting their health and fitness journey. Okay. That's irresistible offers, guys. Now, as I say, from a pricing perspective, if you're using PT, I really encourage 30 days at $97. I encourage even more so if you can bring people in and train them together, because then obviously your profitability per session is greater. But the one thing I love about these is that the consumer or the client, the prospect that then becomes a client, makes a commitment to you. They make a commitment because they are committing financially. And as we all know that people value something a great deal more when they're actually investing in it than they are when it's for free. I'll let you guys finish your notes and then I'll ask a question. Does anyone have any questions for me? Does that make good sense? Do they get you excited about what you may be able to do next to bring people in without it necessarily being free all the time? Now, average here. And again, this is purely average. This isn't guaranteed. This is some average numbers. Generally speaking, per intake on our irresistible offers, we're getting anywhere between 10 and 20 new clients out of them. So they're very effective for your business. But of course, the key isn't just in setting up the offer and marketing the offer. The key from retention long term. So now to roll into Scotty's question about the best way to achieve client retention, guys, results. Because as trainers, we're judged on the results that we achieve with our clients. So the best retention tool that we will ever have is results. But I'm going to trump that, well, maybe not so much trump that, but I'm also going to add to that, and we covered this in our culture chat a couple of weeks ago. The other thing too is for our clients to achieve their results, we want to ensure that they're coming into an environment and having an experience in our business that they look forward to coming to every single time. I don't know anyone that gets up in the morning and gets pumped about getting up to do the vacuuming or the dishes. So you don't want to make training a chore. You want to give them a community, an atmosphere, an environment, and an experience in your business. Even for those of you that are subcontractual PTs to your given studios, you can still create an incredible experience in your own personal business with your client care, with your VIP groups, with the way that you conduct yourself as a trainer, with your etiquette, with the way that you stay off your phone unless you're taking a selfie with your client just to show that, you know what, hey guys, big shout out to Amber that PB'd on her deadlifts today or whatever it may be. So you can still create that incredible experience in your business and have people excited to come and see you, because when they feel that way, guess what? They're going to give you even more when they train, and they're going to be even more dedicated to their nutrition, and they're going to stick to what you prescribe to them even more. And as a result, they're going to get better results. And as they're getting better results, my question to everyone is, are they going to go anywhere? And reality is, no, they're not. Because you are effectively under-promising, but well and truly over-delivering. Okay, so great question, Scotty, and thanks for that one. Hope you get to catch the replay. All right, people off mute. Let's wrap up. Guys, any other question, anything on time, irresistible offer, retention, Nick's back in her office, that's cool. Does anyone have any questions for me?
In terms of like a Facebook ad, would you like put out just like content videos and then retarget viewers to the offer, the irresistible offer?
Well and truly, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's where it's important, because it's not necessarily a matter, Sarah's doing a boomerang thing, it's not necessarily a matter of marketing 30 days at 97 or 30 days at 40. It's a matter of marketing the result. So market the result or the outcome. Now that's where your retargeting works so well, because it's your market. It's the same market. Okay. So you can retarget them back to your offer, which would be, again, drop a dress size, bikini body blitz, whatever it may be. That works really well. Great question. Cool. So when we look at, so I guess there's an overall here too, guys. When we look at the programs and I guess the product range as that starts to build now, the products that you want to have available to your prospective clients are these three. One, obviously something that's from a weight loss perspective, because I'd say 9 out of 10 people still want to lose some weight or they want to tone up. Two, you want something that they can progress to once they've lost the weight, which might be more lifestyle or performance-based. And then the third bit of artillery that you want to have there is your irresistible offer. The way that you bring people in and can draw people into your business that you then use as a way of giving them an incredible experience in your business, a true representation of you and who you are and the way you conduct yourself as a trainer, terrific results in that short time. And guys, then once you're achieving those results, as I say, no one wants to leave. So that's where you then upsell them as a long-term member of your business. Okay.
Awesome.
Does anyone have anything else for me? Team Toowoomba on point.
Well, Sarah will be going to North Lakes next week.
1 week.
One more week.
This time next week, we will have done our first morning sessions from North Lakes.
Cool. North Lakes is looking good. Great. So then you're permanently based at North Lakes, yeah? Okay, cool. And Nick gets to float between the two.
We're still mostly in Toowoomba at the start until I bring on a couple other trainers. And then ideally we'll be like, 3 and 3 days at each. Yeah.
Cool. Frequent fly points, here you come.
I'll be driving. VP.
Very good. Very good. Amber, do you have any questions for me?
No.
I think it'd be good if we could go over like what action steps everyone's going to take from this phone call. Like what, after this phone call, are you going to actually implement and do?
Cool. I'm getting there.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I'm getting there. So, to answer Nick's question, and for everyone watching the replay, number one, guys, take those great little time management tips and look at the way that you can manage your days, weeks, and months better. I think it's really, really important. Again, general theme of what I spoke to a lot of the new guys about in the last couple of weeks was very much about, I can't find time for this and I can't find time for that. Well, you know what? It's a matter of priority. It's a matter of scheduling better. And if you're putting those things in place to enable you to get done what you need to get done. Because as we all know, actions speak a heck of a lot louder than words. Okay, so let's implement our time management strategies. Number one. Number two, for our PTs out there who are in the midst of launching programs and want something new for July, maybe even August, develop your irresistible offer. Now, guys, if you want to develop your irresistible offer and send it through to me, of course you can at any time. Absolutely more than happy to look through those. I think the other thing that's really important that once that's developed, of course, let's get it out there. Let's get it launched. You guys know your audiences. You know who you want to target. As I say, the most important thing with these, now, Sarah, you've already launched, so you won't need to worry about this for a little bit yet. So your task will be more around, again, following up, signing those people up, and then executing your client care system, obviously. Everyone else that's in the midst of developing their irresistible offers, develop them, and then let's get them launched. Action number 3, let's get them launched. And how do we launch them? Some really simple ways. Obviously, some Facebook advertising, yes. But from a content perspective, be mindful of those 3 angles that we covered last week. Sarah, you asked the question about how do I market. There's 3 great angles that you can use to market anything. Number 1, the benefits. What are you going to get out of the drop of dress size program or the bikini body blitz? What are the benefits of you as a client? 2, the negatives. So highlight the problems, highlight why people have these problems, and use that as a way to position yourself as a specialist or an expert, someone who knows their stuff inside and out. The 3rd one, which guys, I'm loving seeing, and a big shout out to all of you out there, the client's perspective. I'm loving seeing the results, the interviews, the feedback, everything from your clients. It is the best because, as we know, there's nothing more powerful than someone else telling everyone else how to do that. Okay, so there's our 3 things. Any questions on those?
Nah.
All make sense? Cool.
Yes.
All right. On that note then, guys, I'm going to wish you all a fantastic week. Enjoy.
You too.
Keep me posted with your questions. If you need me to check over anything, of course, use and abuse that chat thread at any time. Outside of that, Sarah, good luck with your 450 follow-ups. Great to see that worked. And good luck with North Lakes, guys.
Thank you.
Good luck with the launch. So soft launch this time next week?
Yeah.
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 Cool. And then official opening
8th of July. that Sunday after.
Oh, road trip. Here we come.
Yes.
Yes.
Road trip. Look out. Awesome. Actually, hang on. No, I've got little fella's birthday party. Oh, that would have been a bad one.
Ooh.
Good save. Good save. All right, guys. You have a great week. Great to see your faces. I'll see you soon.
All right. Bye.